Well, hello there and welcome to another video of Wargame Airland Battle. And this was a heck of a game. At one point I was really very close to quitting, but it didn't. And in the end, well, thank God I didn't quit. As you can see, I first said I was going for Delta, but this guy called Games Played by Italian or something like that, he told me he had not a clue on how to act on the right side and that he wanted the left. So I just gave him the left side. So I'm starting to pump up the units here. I'm going with a narrow mixed deck with stuff from mostly all the nations, except probably Swedish and mm, Norway. I don't know. I have things from most nations. Anyway, what's going to happen in this game is something that at the first moment was got me on the brink of quitting the battle, as tough as it sounds, because I just thought the battle was lost. But I hate quitting games. I just don't like it. So I say, well, let's give it a go. And the go was amazing. And you're about to see that. My starting units are a couple of recon units on transport, anti-tank unit in also a fast transport, a couple of starship tanks, so infantry in fast transport, French Rolands, 4 units of them, and 2 units of Roland 2 German ones. Okay, the difference between these two are that this the French version is higher guided, and the German version is rather guided. So what I did at the game beginning was to switch off the radar on the Roland 2, the German version, to make invulnerable to SEAD sorties. And meanwhile, these were the mainstays of my air defense until I was sure there was no SEAD planes around. And that actually paid off really well. I also set command vehicle here to go for Alpha. My plan here is to do a first leap here and then move on to Bravo. So let's see how things go at the beginning. I also have some anti-aircraft, well, anti-helicopter actually, Kiowas, with a gazelle of recon to support well the advance here and to see what's coming. Game beginning, we start moving forward, and well, I start seeing SU-24, which is a SEAD unit. So I'm glad I switched off the Roland in the Roland radar. So MiG-23 coming, and soon my AAs are going to shoot them. Well, I should have switched on the Roland after the SU-24 was out, but I was more worried giving commands to my Kiowa to move forward and to get those Mi-28s, which are really dangerous helicopters. So here we are. I'm starting giving orders for this unit to move forward to Bravo. Kiowas are about to start shooting, and my ally quits the game. Now, I'm going to slow this down. At this moment, I'm just, fuck this. I'm going to quit this game. Because I'm just left alone because someone quitted on me. But after maybe 2-3 seconds of, well, recovering my composure, because at the beginning it was like, fuck this, I'm going to quit. I actually decided to stay. So let's move on and see what happens. So right now, what I do is to move forward here and see what's going on, because I have to level this area. I see a Blockhawks doing a really good job here. I see he has some troops moving on, and in the meanwhile, while I'm looking at that, I lose both of my Kiowas, so that Mi-28 has a free run to do whatever he sees fit. Meanwhile, the troops I ordered to move forward and to leap forward are astray because I have not ordered them back. I simply was too busy looking at here and see what had to be done. So yeah, they are going to be massacred. I tried to drop the units, but it's too late. It's too late. They are going to be overrun by this T-78, 74, 72, sorry. Me-24K also moving forward. Me-28, well, they are going to get destroyed. But well, my Milans here start shooting at the T-72s. And that's going to attract some attention, as you will see very soon. Well, first, of course, the Me-28 destroys my recon unit. And well, here is where I pull my Rolands up. Too late, too late. He noticed them too late. So, yep. Helicopters are out. Meanwhile, I notice something big is going on here. I order my Jaggers to move this here with the support of the Blackhawks. These are buildings. Here they will have some cover, but before they arrive, they are destroyed. Meanwhile, in the west, I see some advance. My Milans keep on shooting and getting some transports here. I order more recon units because I'm out of them. And look at this. Su-24 is coming, looking for radar units. I have my Roland switched off. He assumes there's no one close. Well, he falls to my Roland. Second Su-24 moves out, and I switch my Rolands on. As he goes past, and I got one of them. Immediately, I switch him off again. So, T-72s moving forward, Roland's here, and move my Jaggers up to this forest because I'm in a really, really bad spot right now. Have to stall these guys. Meanwhile, well, in the left, seems nothing is going on, but I'm going to soon call for some infantry to cover these mountains. Meanwhile, more air units are coming. Roland switched, well, not yet. Now they are switching on. One MiG-21 out, two MiG-21s out. I immediately move the Rolands out of here because I'm waiting for some serious firepower coming my way. Meanwhile here, I spot some movement. I order my SAS later to move down here to see what was around. But I'm more worried about what's happening here. Su-24 comes again, Roland is switched off. Su-24 breaks away, Roland is switched on. And Su-28 is history. He's out of SEAD. I call my own SEAD planes. He has a, I think it was a Tunguska here. We'll see in a second. I spot also there's a fighter here. So I immediately evac my prowlers. Thankfully they got away, because probably the AA got a hit on that MiG-23. But my Rolands here get shot out, my recon here gets shot out, my starships try to make a stand versus those T-72s. Didn't go too well, so I'm waiting for the T-72s to come my way. Meanwhile, the Milans I called for reinforcements, come here and start taking shots at the T-72s. And I call a Thunderbolt on my own. Get a couple T-72s, but oh shit, he's got fighters coming. I try to get him out, but not in time. But the Rolands are going to take a toll on those MiG-23s for killing my Thunderbolt. So it's just down to one T-72. Meanwhile, I'm starting to call for some supply trucks to, well, to fill the damage on these units and to fill the missiles on the Rolands. I still have 2 units of Rolands, one of radar and one of IR. Meanwhile, here the Delta Force gets spotted by the Me-28, 8T, sorry. Some infantry moving here as well, so I'm in really bad shape because I have some anti-aircraft here, but not here, and I really don't want to send them over to only get killed. I suppose some special forces, some units here. So I know something is coming this way. MiG-23 called again, but at this stage I think I already got my own fighter cover. I think, I'm not sure. Maybe not yet. Maybe it was this that convinced me I actually needed some fighters. But well, my Stinger unit gets the MiG-23. Meanwhile, a Su-24 destroys my 80 GM unit here. So I give this section mostly for a lost cause. I know I'm not going to recover it. Some rockets coming, I think on the base because they are trying to get my command vehicle, but well, they are just shooting blind, so no big deal. Meanwhile, I already have my infantry here, so I will dismount it and move it up to the mountain. Meanwhile, here I spot an ME-24K. I have my prowlers circling around, making sure there's no AA here. There's nothing. As you can see, no radar detected. I evac them. Well, actually, they are evac because of fuel. But I spot an ME-24 recon chopper here, and that's a big no-no for me. So what I do is to well, actually, meanwhile, by the way, I sent a command vehicle here to conquer Delta. And I send my jackers up mountain because I know something is going to come here for sure. I mean, it's one of those things that you know is going to happen. Su-24 again coming, SAS shoot their anti-aircraft missile, but they miss, and they don't have any more in reserve. Meanwhile, I have my supply trucks here, resupplying the missiles on my anti-aircraft units and repairing them. I move my Rolans up here to give a bigger cover for AA. Jak 38 dropping napalm. Well, actually dropping bombs, not napalm. Yeah, I'm going to lose this Delta Force, but I really don't care. I mean, anything that's from here overboard, I know I'm going to lose. So, yep, I already called my Eagles, so I have some fighters on my own. I call my prowlers on the left side because I know in the right there's nothing. HIS here is lost. Detect a book anti-aircraft here. So I'm going to make a point on getting them. Well, getting it is just one. So there they come. They shoot the missiles and book's gone. So time for evac. Sadly, I didn't notice this unit was stunned. So my evac order didn't arrive. The MiG-23 here is going to destroy it. But my Eagles are going to come and make him pay for daring to destroy my... there you go, one is destroyed, Su-24 is also destroyed. And I evac my fighters. That was very unlucky, because I thought I had ordered him to evac, but when they are stunned, they don't get any orders. Meanwhile, I'm strengthening my position here with some recon units, Jaggers in the building, Jaggers in this wood. Well, I have a decent line of defense here. Roland has been destroyed by something coming here, probably the ME-8T, but I want some longer range. Oh no, it's because of anti-tank units here. So now I know I can't call for anything at least coming this way. I should have brought them this way, but well, mistakes were made. Meanwhile, I send a rubber pinky down to the right. ME-24 is trying to get him. Roland's shoot and miss. And my eagles are in cooldown, so I can't throw them versus this helicopter. So what I do is to instead, you're going to see it in a second, send an F4S Phantom 2, which is a napalm unit. And I don't have it on my deck, but this is one of the units I got from my well, there you go, by the way. Space Nest coming down the mountain and being destroyed. This unit I got from the other guy, basically. So, well, I shoot a couple IR missiles to the ME-24, not enough to kill him. So, now my Eagle is available, so I call him. As you can see, I called more infantry to cover the mountain. I knew this was going to happen, so yep. I'm just going to dismount them. Well, I'm going to dismount this unit and move it up mountain. This one is going to remain here as reserve. My Eagle is out. I spot a T-64. So I know something is going to come. He destroys one of my push, but I already have some 80 gems around, so I'm going to move my Milans up to the forest and try to destroy them. Castle here detects Tunguska. So what I do is to spot a couple of cobras. No need to because, well, the Milans get the T64. Meanwhile, one of them surrenders. And now it's a 1v1. Now we are in equal status. Look at that! I was leading by 700 points. So right now I'm feeling really comfortable with what I'm doing. Some artillery strikes on my center zone. The murder is, well, slightly damaged. Well, panicked actually. And here they are again, Space Nuts, and not just one unit, two of them. So I decided to call for, well, if I have a unit with napalm, why not using it? I'm pretty sure he has no real anti-aircraft here because I did a sweep before with the prowlers. So I drop a huge napalm load on that hill. Meanwhile, I decided to call these Jaggers uphill as well because I know they are going to try something else. Meanwhile, in the right, T64 detected, Robin Pinky by the Robert Pinky, which I called after the ME24 got the other one. I want some recon to see what's around here. And now there's a slight lull in the activity. He's just in the open. I'm trying to send my Cobras, but somehow they move into the Tunguska zone. I was actually trying to move them parallel here and then do a hook here to get them from the other side, but, well, that didn't work as intended. Meanwhile, I don't know exactly what this Robert Pinky was doing. Really, I don't know. I sent a Prowler for the Tunguska, but he must have the radar switched off, because I did get no return. Cobras destroy the T64, Robert Pinky does whatever he was doing, which I'm not exactly sure, but serves me to see that he has more reinforcements coming. It's insane how much this guy lasted alive, by the way. Probably because this recon unit had his weapons switched off. But yeah, I also see there are more Tunguskas and even more tanks coming. So the suicide run of that Robert Pinky, which was totally unintended, really served a purpose. Meanwhile, the Prowler is moving here, Cobra trying to do his stuff. Prowler shoots at the Tunguska but misses. I send a Fighting Falcon to try to destroy this other Tunguska here. But sadly, it misses and I lost the Falcon. Was a risk. Sometimes I do that. If it's just one AA unit, and I know there's just one AA because the Prowler was here and he was not challenged by anything else, I will drop a normal unit and try to destroy it. But yeah, that didn't work. Probably because the aim was totally off. I mean, the Tunguska was here, the bomb was dropped here. But well, sometimes it happens. T-72s are going to advance. I have some Milans here, but they are being targeted first. So it's kind of a really bad spot right now for me. Cobras are here, but I know he has Tunguskas. And I don't want to risk the Cobras just yet. I move Robert Pinky up to detect where those Tunguskas are. Have Jaggers here and here. So yeah, that's probably going to give him a warm welcome. But sadly, they get panicked. And they are going to achieve absolutely nothing. I call my recon unit out to the side. Well, they get one T-72. I call my recon unit out. I don't want it to be wiped out by this tank rush. But this infantry got killed really quickly. Meanwhile here, lots of attacks, but my Roland 2 is really getting a field day out of these guys. Look at that, and I spot some T-80s Ace, which means really bad news, because I only have some Milans here. Um, so I have some Leopard C1s here, but they are not really challenged for those. Meanwhile, the tank push goes on in the right side. So I call for some Leopards here to, well, help holding those T-80s. Meanwhile, the Milans are, well, dealing with them. I call my Starship up to try to stall these T-78 and these T-64s. Sadly, well, the Starship is not a great tank and it's going to be, yeah, you guys did molded. So you see, Leopards are coming, my infantry is up the hill, well, the mountain. T-64's here. I see he has two of them. I still have 80 GMs, and I have some infantry here. And well, you're going to, well, I try to get a forward position to see what's coming with the recon unit here. And you're going to see something I did in just 1 second. Here he comes. Fighting Falcon. Drops a blind bomb here because I know they are T-64s here. Now, probably they are not dead. Well, for sure they are not dead because I saw no points, but they will be panicking, so I move my Jaggers forward. Meanwhile, he's still trying to hunt for my command vehicle back here. It's not working for him. And there you go. The Russian tanks are panicking. Tunguskas are being called forward to support them. But well, my Cobras and my Jaggers do a fast work of that T-64. I have to try to call my other Cobra out because the Tunguskas are moving into range. But well, crisis is over. I can move my Jaggers up, and I don't know exactly what this guy was doing because he still insists in moving his Tunguskas up. Of course, he's going to get this recon unit, but the Tunguskas now stand. And now I'm going to do exactly the same that I did last time. I call for my Fighting Falcons. I know they are going to run a risk, but the back Tunguska is out. The forward Tunguska is in a very bad spot because he has Fushes in front of him, has another Fighting Falcon going for him, and it's gone. Meanwhile, right side, Leopards has been taken out because he has even more T-80s and T-80Us. I'm moving very close to the winning situation here. I know he probably has no way here, so I move my Leopard out of the behind cover to try to stall them, and meanwhile I'm going to call for a Thunderbolt. There you go, Leopard gets one of the T-80Us, Thunderbolt comes, massacres those T-80s, and it's game over. So, well, yeah, that was it. Again, I won on my own. At first, I was so close to quit. When I saw that guy just drop it off the game, I was just fuck this shit. But I didn't, and this is the reward. For the first time, I feel like I'm not just, well, kind of decent at this game. I'm starting to think I'm, well, a little bit more than decent. Because, I mean, it's not that just that I won versus two guys. They weren't exactly the best players around, let's face it. But come on, I mean, it's 2,000 points of difference. Look at that. So it's not the odds that I won. It's that it was such a lopsided win. That's, well, surprising. Anyway, let's look at the results. 100% of the kills of the team. Yeah. How surprising. Anyway, let's see if any unit did. No, actually not. Seems like it's mostly Unity 4. There's not a single unit that stood out better than the others. Of course, my AA did a great job, as did the Eagles. As for what I lost, well, the starting rush, I lost a lot of things because once the guy quitted, I had to keep track on what was going on his side. I knew what was going on mine, but I had not a clue on what he had and what it were, where it was. So I had to do all that stuff, and in the meantime, I lost a lot of units. But yeah, those are the losses. Probably the most expensive things, yeah, the leopards I lost. But well, I mean, they were kind of needed. There were T80Us and T80Bs coming, so no big shame in losing those. So yeah, that's it for this video. Really happy for this result. And now I think I'm great at this game, and in the next game I'm going to get my ass kicked. Because each time you think you are getting good at something, someone comes and teaches you a lesson. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and see you later.